So I realize that now is not the time to mention Christmas. I said that for shock value, by the way. Some of you I know are disgusted by that, but others of you were just kind of weirdly inspired, and now you want to put up your Christmas tree. Seriously, it's a little early for that. It's in the Bible. You're not going to find it. You'll just have to trust me. I only mentioned Christmas to make the point that one of the aspects of leadership is that we get to think ahead and plan through what most people won't think about until it gets much closer, like Christmas. But also we think through events in the future, kind of like Family Campout, which is only a month away, September 29th and 30th, or Trunk or Treat, which is October 25th, or Christmas events this year, like including a Christmas movie night and our Christmas Eve services. By the way, we're going to have 4 of them, and our Volunteer Appreciation Night, January 21st next year. Now, some of you know that I typically take time in the summer to get away and think and pray and ask God what He wants for MCC and from MCC as we move forward. This year I did that in July. Then I bring the idea back to our elders and we pray and we think through it and we agree on the direction. And this past week, our staff took a couple of days to begin to confirm the rest of this year and then plan into 2024. Boy, I appreciate our elders and staff for their willingness to be used by God to lead MCC by praying for us and then leading us into those ideas. So this past Sunday, I met a couple from our community. I actually met the husband in Kroger a few weeks ago. He freaked me out a little. I was looking for pickles when I heard someone say, "Hi, Pastor Mike," and I looked up to see who said it, but I was pretty sure we'd never met. He told me he recognized me because he and his wife had been watching us online for the last 6 months. I told him I appreciated them joining us there, and since they lived in the area, maybe they would be able to join us on campus. Well, this past Sunday they did, and told me how friendly MCC is, and as much as it was helpful to be online with us, being in the room was an even better experience for them. You know, our online presence is one example of our leaders 3 years ago moving us forward in our culture to those who would join us there. And to be totally transparent, COVID helped us determine that. But our leaders were moving very quickly to get our worship services online, and we continue to work to make our online presence better. Our services there online have helped people who cannot be with us due to illness or travel to be able to worship with us. It's also helped those who are looking for a church to see what God is doing here. I also want to make sure you know that our on-campus experience, our presence here, is one example of how God uses you to make a difference in the lives of people who join us here. So thank you for continuing to follow Jesus, be changed by Him, and stay committed to His mission of making disciples. All right, for this weekend. Last week we looked back 100 years to see what life was like here in the U.S. This week we're going to see a few predictions that people made in 1923 that they thought life would be like today. Now, while some of them are not quite accurate, at least at the moment, some are hauntingly similar to what's happening in the world right now. What's true in the world is true in the church. The more things change, the more others do not. All right, this weekend we're going to see an issue that they had in Corinth in the first century, which could tear the church apart. And it's still an issue in the church in the 21st century, and it still has the ability to tear the church apart. It could tear MCC apart. This week we'll see what Paul has to say about unity in the church, and in the process we'll see what unity is and what unity is not. And just as a reminder, each week we offer a Bible reading plan that complements and coordinates what we read with what we've talked about on Sunday mornings. Now, this isn't meant to alter Bible reading plans you already participate in. Rather, we offer these for those who are not currently reading the Bible at least 4 times a week to help you develop this habit that is, by the way, the greatest catalyst for growing your faith. Now, this week we're going to continue our Bible reading plan called 1 Corinthians Part 1. There's a link in my email. This is Part 1 of a 5-part verse-by-verse journey through the book of 1 Corinthians. And we'll be in this plan through September 9th. There are 20 days of reading in this plan, so you can read at your pace, but at least 6 days a week are going to be helpful. And if you missed starting with us last week, you can catch up if you want, or you can just pick up on day 7 this weekend and join us there. Hey, this weekend, whether you're online or on campus, I'm looking forward to seeing you.